Boyaca is a region known for tourism. It's where the Cocuy mountain range can be found, attracting thousands of tourists every year to hike and go rock climbing. It's also a region that's experienced much violence and where many economic interests converge. For this reason, some 400 peasant farmers, indigenous people and students from 8 neighbouring departments travelled to the town of Cocuy to share their experiences of human rights violations and their link with economic interests. They participated in a forum on environmental and humanitarian issues, which was organised by the Social Corporation for Community Advisory and Training Services, Cos-pacc, and the Committee in Solidarity with Political Prisoners, among other organisations.
Nosotros, desde el Observatorio de Derechos Humanos de Boyacá y Casanare,
at the Boyaca and Casanare Human Rights Observatory, we have wanted to enter new areas of Boyaca for a long time, knowing the history of the armed conflict there and how it has impacted the population. It's something we have been hoping to do because of political violence in the region, which has led to international humanitarian law infractions and human rights violations. We also wanted to be in direct contact with the victims of these human rights violations.
Bienvenido, Guillermo.
One of the forum's goals is to strengthen organisational processes at a regional level because armed conflict and fear have weakened the social fabric.
La comunidad está fragmentada, podríamos decir, en un primer momento.
The community is fragmented. In other words, there are groups of people and communities that have been victims of human rights violations. However, because of the military control in this area and in the town centres, the community isn't able to organise. They are afraid to go out, to tell their story, to denounce. So even if they recognise the legitimacy of an organising process, they have been systematically silenced through arms and through military presence so that they won't participate in it.
De manera sistemática, por la vía de las armas, de la presencia militar, para que no participen en ningún tipo de proceso organizativo.
Some of the forum's key issues are the environmental, social and economic impacts of extractive industries and mining. This mountainous region contains not only beautiful highlands, but also coal and oil, as well as other natural resources. Indeed, in an area that covers less than 50% of Boyaca, there's enough coal to continue exploitation for another 3 centuries. Therefore, the region is not exempt from the mining boom being promoted by the government. This agenda has meant that concessions have been granted or are being sought by multinational corporations for some 40% of Colombian territories at the present time, in order to carry out different extractive, mining and hydrocarbon projects.
No solamente estamos diciendo que los megaproyectos son lesivos para la vida y para la permanencia en el territorio, sino también.
We are not only saying that these mega projects are harmful to life and dangerous for our future in this territory, we are also offering alternatives in order to survive on this land, alternatives with respect to people and their environment, and how we might take advantage of what nature has to offer us in a balanced way, in harmony with our Mother Earth and with our sister nature.
Madre Tierra y con nuestra hermana naturaleza.
Algo que realmente nos ha fortalecido es el aspecto cultural.
Indigenous communities have provided an example in the region of how to defend their territory. In the 1990s, the Occidental Petroleum Corporation was granted a drilling license in the Uva Indigenous Reserve in Arauca. After years of debate, the Constitutional Court issued a historical decision that halted oil exploitation due to the absence of an adequate prior consultation process with the indigenous communities. The Uva people have called attention to the vulnerability of their local ecosystems to climate change, among other concerns.
Pues aquí hay delegaciones de muchos lugares, de Santander, de Arauca, de Boyacá, de Casanare.
We have delegations here from many different places: Santander, Arauca, Boyacá, Casanare, and Tolima. Our primary objective is to bring together people from all over this region in order to map out what has taken place and the impact it has had on everyday life. However, we found that people were reluctant to participate due to the stigmatization of the event. For example, 2 days before the event, a pamphlet was distributed claiming that the Forum on Humanitarian and Environmental Issues was organized by the insurgency.
Panfletos que circularon en el municipio del Cocuy donde se señala explícitamente que el Foro Social Humanitario.
So this generates a lot of fear, not because they think it's true, but because of possible retaliation by civilian and military authorities if they learn that someone has participated in the event.
The forum is a starting point where many recommendations and proposals have emerged, creating a common agenda and a development plan for the communities.
It is our commitment moving forward to develop a program that strengthens the social fabric and to permanently accompany this process.